today. First, I need to make a couple key blanks. They want 5, so we're going to need 5 each. And we're going to generate our own numbers. So let's go ahead and punch real quick. All right, getting warm back here. Got to turn that on one click. And what I'm doing right now, I'm punching keys. We need new keys. We need new keys for this property, so I'm generating some keys. Thank you for that like up there. All right. So there's that. Now, they got some schlags on the property as well. All right, now we do 5 schlag keys. Sorry, guys. How's everybody doing today? Say good morning, Matthew. Right now, we're just cutting up some blanks. Let me let me see if you can see what I see. So you don't got to look at this thing. Give me a second. All right, there we go. So we're just going to randomly make up some numbers. And there we go. And just that quick, we generate a couple. The old right hand. And there is no rhyme or reason for numbers, right? I just kind of randomly, that's just what popped into my head right there. Is there better sequences to use? Yes, there's always better sequences to use. All right, so that should be it. So, That should be that. Hello, hello. What's up, guys? Let me turn you around a little bit here, I think. Ouch. Ow, ow. Pain on the body. Just the old big guy thinning out the herd. That's all that's going on here. Alright, so let me get these Schlages together. Let me get all these Kwiksets together. So, how is everybody doing today? Let me see if this one's going to work any better for us today. I don't know if it will or not, but it's one of those things. Sometimes you just gotta try it. So how's everybody today? So now we're giving them 5 and 5. So 5 Kwikset, 5 Schlage. Do you put them all on one keychain or do you separate them? The 5 Kwikset, the 5 Schlage. What do you do? What do you do? Do you separate them? You put them together? I'll tell you what I do. All right, but we're gonna pin up these locks right here. We got several of them to pin up. We got some commercial and a couple residential locks as well. So all on one old building here. So separate them. Yep. Okay. I am with you. Let me see. Did I count right? Yep. There's 5. Yep. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Evidently, I'm not a very good counter. Put this one to 5. All right, and then we will pin these up. So when we pin up these locks here, what position do you want to be in? Don't be nasty. You guys want to see it from there? Then you're stuck looking at the moneymaker, but you can see a little work. Or do you want me to put you down here on the table where you're looking in only at the work? You tell me what's going on. What do you guys want? What do you want? What do you want? All right, here we go. You guys tell me how you want it. And I will set it up accordingly. All right, so we use either. Doesn't matter much. Okay. All right. It is what it is then, right? So you know what? I'm just wondering what. I wonder what would get more traffic in here. Which view? The supermodel view or the locked view? All right, so we're gonna pop these guys out of here. There we go. Let's pop her out of here. Hey, Serge. Yeah, woman locksmith in a bathing suit, huh? They might be out there somewhere. There is no telling. I know the one lady out of Hawaii. She's really good. I hear a lot of good things about her, which is pretty cool. How you doing there, Sarge? Let's see. Let's see how my punch is punching today. See if it's punching a tiny bit low. That 3 right there was really low. Florida, okay. So those 3s. Why? Let's see what we got here. You know what's strange is how sometimes my punch can sometimes just punch random numbers. Weird. Just came back from Hawaii, right? I don't know why I'd like it. I just thought I would. Yeah, it looked nice. All right. Yeah, I've heard Hawaii's really, really nice. My daughter and stepson just went there 5, 6 months ago, I guess. I've never been there. So that one's good. That one's good. What's up there, Salt? That one's good. And that one's good. This first key is not good. And it looks like it's cut the same depth. But when a key don't work, don't try and figure it out. Don't reinvent the wheel. Scrap it. It's going to cost you more in time trying to figure it out than it will just buy a new blank and generate a brand new key. And if we did it right, so hey, I got that new Starlink up right now. For those of you that I mentioned the other day, I work in some bad areas. That key worked perfect. I work in some bad areas, and even now my cell service is at 1, and it's asking, do I want to use Wi-Fi or the network? Blah blah blah. And so another example. And now I got the Starlink on the dash right there. I have I got full bars up there on the Wi-Fi. So yeah, I'm gonna like this a lot more. So you'd say it's worth it. Okay. You wouldn't say it's worth it though. Gotcha. Does that punch only do Kwikset and Schlage? Yes, for this one, but I've heard they have other jaws that I can buy for that one. I don't know if you call it jaws. It might not cutters, whatever you call it. I believe there's other ones that you can put into this, which is pretty cool. What the heck? Why am I having trouble with this? So I have heard that right hand punch does. You can get other other heads for it, other cutters, other whatever you want to call that. All right. Why did I put one key the opposite way? I'm hoping it's not going to be one of these days. Need to get out of that real quick, right? Where you got that one key that's the opposite than everybody else on the keychain. There's always that one guy. Operator error. Does that punch only do? Okay. You got the HPC 1200 punch. All right. No, that's the only only punch I got, and I was never interested in a punch. Tell a fellow locksmith, he's like, "Hey, you got to try that." I brought him over for a big job. I was doing a church that had, I don't know, 50 doors in it, whatever it was. Brought him over. He came from another city. Came out. He brought his punch, and we were using it to do all the keys, which was pretty awesome. And he's like, "Go ahead and keep it for a little bit. Use it. And tell me how you like it." And I was like, "Nah, I don't. I'm not into punches." So he left it with me. So I started using it. He left it with me for about 6 weeks, actually. Holy camoly! If you don't have a punch, you gotta get one. That's. I mean, it's a game saver. It is a game. All right, there we go. That one doesn't work. That one does. Push that guy out. So how's everybody doing? What's everybody doing today? Check this out. I got a new cameraman. One of those cool little toys that TikTok gave me to try. They wanted me to try their product and give them a good review and different stuff. So I tried their product. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, Kwikset. Those are easy. So do you got a camera too? I got a camera for the smart keys. This one's got some chunky monkeys in it here. Let's a couple of the corners here are not looking real. Let's try it. You like the camera? All right. You're not going to be one of these locks. Just right now, just having one of those mornings, right, where you gotta you just gotta be patient and know it ain't you. All right, I gotta spray this. Get some Wiener slide in there. Oh, whoa, where'd I go? My cameraman is freaking out. All right, I don't know what part of that I don't like. Maybe is it a tiny bit heavy because of that, or is the core itself just really not good? All right, I don't like this. What do we got going on here? Let me drop one here and see. You just get that one that's just different. So that one works. That one works. That one works. It was that number 2 pin. All right. It's that number 2 pin. Put a little more Wiener slide in there. Dump these other pins. The lock is giving me a little troubles. What's everybody doing today, man? How are y'all? Anything fun and exciting happening today? Here. Move that right there. Let me see. That works perfecto. Let's put this tail piece. So these tail pieces are kind of crazy here. They come right out. Next thing you know, you go back there to the lock and you're like, oh no, where did the tail piece go? You have no idea. These are a little tougher. Did a lockout? Okay, on the 2015 Cherokee. Okay. You just used the lasso tool on that? Do you have a lasso tool? So I don't know if you just leash yours or if you airbag yours, but they have a lasso tool for those ones that pull up. You stick it in and it's got a lasso. You tighten the lasso and pull it up. It's really cool. All right. That one don't be working. This one do be working. And while I got it out, I might as well clean this one a little bit. All right. Oh, they called you for one car and you showed up. It was a totally different one. Did the car lock out and lost the key on it too? Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Well, it's cool that you leashy a lot, so you're really good with your leashy. I struggle. I struggle. I just, you got to be honest. I struggle with the vehicle ones. I struggle with the vehicle leashes. Not sure why. Ouch. Oh, two separate calls. Okay. I like those ones when you're out there on a call and you get another call when you're almost done and it's just a mile away, you know, type of thing. You're like, yes, finally, I'm the windshield. They locked the keys in the trunk. Oh, okay. So that Honda didn't have a pull cable, huh? So why don't you? Well, I guess you could. Yeah, you could leash the door. Either way, it's not going to matter, right? You can lock and unlock it at that point. It's going to disable the alarm. Yeah, definitely sounds like you already know what you're doing. You've probably forgotten more about doing vehicles than I know. Them guys who do them vehicles are really good. I got a guy I call all the time when I get in trouble on a lock on a vehicle. And that's 95% of what he does is vehicles. But then he started getting into electronic button. I got you. Then he started getting into some commercial stuff. So he calls me on all the commercial stuff when he gets stuck, and I use them all the time for a vehicle key. So, and he's halfway across the country. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool the friendships that this trade will lead you into, and working friendships, and from a long ways apart, type of thing. So, what do you think of these Schlags like this that got these tail pieces? 2 years, okay, all right. And the majority of my work is residential. So the majority of my business is residential. That's how I make a living for the most part. My cameraman's going crazy. Yeah, those are old school. Yeah, if you look at this building too, this building is old school for sure. This this camera right here, it's got that stand on it that detects you and does different stuff. It's really it's pretty cool. So you can just walk around and whoa, what in the heck is going on with my punch? But you can walk around as long as it sees your face and stuff. It'll move with you. And it's really cool because you can come over here and you can tell it stop and then look, or you can tell it okay, good to go. Tell it say okay. Oh, right there. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, I turned it off. All right, I turned it off. Hey, hello, Key. How are you, man? Just talking about my cameraman here. Yep, my cameraman. Uh, I'm out here rekeying. All right, right off the bat, I got one key that ain't like the others. All right, let's not reinvent the wheel. We got one bad key. We had one bad Schlage key as well. Now we got one bad Kwikset. What the heck? Let's see. It'll The Kwikset. Now we're going to turn everything back around. Oop. Let's see. God, this thing is dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Put some more Wiener Slide in there. Get it prom night slippery. If you know, you know. All right. More better. Put this clip back on. What's everybody doing today? I'm kind of, I don't know why. I'm not super talkative today for whatever reason. One, two, three, four, five. Perfect. Still working our way around. Let's get some Wiener Slide in here while it's working. Because that other one was terrible. Any big plans for the weekend, y'all? Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. Have you guys heard that Capital of Puerto Rico song? No plans. Have you heard that Capital of Puerto Rico song? I got that stupid song stuck in my head. It's really catchy. If you haven't, go on TikTok or even YouTube or something and put in the Puerto Rico song. It's funny. It's catchy. All right, there's that one. We got a couple more. Well, I took this off the door. I was going to replace it if there was only one Kwikset. Turned out there's another double deadbolt. So now I've come to find out I didn't need to take this off the door. Giving myself a little extra work. Something also I do, very important, because as you know on these commercial, sometimes that goes vertical, sometimes it goes horizontal. So I don't reinvent the wheel. If mine is going vertical, If mine is going vertical, I put a vertical mark. See it right there? If it's going horizontal, I put a horizontal mark. Again, just one of those things. When I was a younger locksmith, I would go to put it on, and I was trying to put it on. It wouldn't go. I could put it in. It would snap in, but the key is at 45. I could never get the key back. I'm like, what in the heck? And I stayed there forever trying to figure that out, right? I didn't have any mentors, nobody with me, that type of stuff, you know. Come to find out, I had it. I finally called another locksmith and says, hey, I am stuck. What the heck do I do? It came off, and now it won't go on, and blah, blah, blah. And he said, turn the tailpiece. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's got the tailpiece on there. He's like, yeah, no, you got it the wrong direction. I was like, how do you put it on the wrong direction? Come to find out, it can go that way or that way, right? So, yeah. You can put them on wrong. And when you sit there for a little while, you'll start to figure it out that, okay, wait a minute. the whole plane clap didn't want to do just tourist stuff. So I took the bus. Hey, what's up there? How are you? Where are you watching from today? I appreciate you joining in, saying hi, swing through. Make sure to hit the like button. Definitely make sure that you've subscribed and you're following me. I don't charge any extra for that. So let me ask you something. Do you ever get a drill bit when you find out that you're kind of in between pins? One pin's a little too high, one pin's a little too low. Do you ever find yourself with a drill bit and just kind of just take the edge, just take the edge off? You ever find yourself doing something like that? I do. I have. I find out that it helps in a lot of situations as long as you don't go crazy on, how you don't want to get grinding the thing down to, you know what I mean? But I do have a better resetter. My favorite tool. Go check out my videos. I don't like, yes. So when I first started this business, that's what so the very first, I bet you, I think probably maybe the first 10, maybe even more than that, the first 10 or 15 smart locks I did, when they didn't have it, I didn't even know about the cradle, didn't know about the better resetter, didn't know about any of that. I would actually take the whole thing apart, the old school way, right? I'd push the plug out. So as you know, obviously it doesn't turn. So I would hold the lock, this way, and I would push it down, and then I push in the pins to ultimately get everything out, and then take everything apart. At that point, I took out all these little. Look, I got them. I got every once in a while things get stuck. See, I got these little. So probably the first 10 or 15 locks. That's what I did. That's how I took them apart. That was that. And somebody had mentioned, hey, why do you do that the long way? Why don't you use a cradle? I was like, what the heck is a cradle? So they showed it to me. Whammo, I used it, right? Used it. I got probably 5-6 locks out of it, maybe. And then it jammed up. You twist it, and it wouldn't twist back. I couldn't get anything out. I couldn't get the lock out. I couldn't, nothing. It was stuck. So I just pulled it apart, just ripped it apart, got my lock back out of there, and I said, "What the heck? Maybe I just got a bad one." I went through 3 of those in a matter of 3 months, maybe, and that's when I said, "Hey, I got to find something better. I got to this," and that's when I run into that better resetter, and I've never gone back. Never gone back. Probably my favorite tool. Yeah, yeah. Just go get one. Just go get a better resetter. Don't even mess with that thing, man. It's not. Yeah, it did not like me at all. So see again why I marked that, right? Because instantly it went flat. And hey, why not? It looks good. But because I put that mark here on the Bible, that vertical line, because that's how the tailpiece was. So I was taught that saying, and you'll hear me talk about it all the time. A dull pencil is better than a sharp mind. And this is a prime example. I don't have to remember which way it went, and I don't got to have the perfect writing instrument. As long as I can scratch it or something to identify it when it comes back, that's what that saying means. You manually reset them. Okay, yep. You just take it all apart. I like doing that. There's a lot of locksmiths out here that have no idea. Have never seen that. They wouldn't have any idea what you're even talking about. And if you haven't seen one, it's a lot of fun. And we got lots of dust out here, right? So sometimes you got to just flood them and what have you to break stuff up. But there is times that I've actually had to go in there and have you ever had to remove one like I had to a lock I did just a couple weeks ago. I had to actually remove one of the wafers. It just for whatever reason it wouldn't take any key. Any key. I take it out, everything works perfect. It rekeys good, it does everything. I put that one back in, nothing. The original key wouldn't work, the new key wouldn't work, nothing would work. So I was like, what the heck? So I decided, hey, just leave it out. It's it wasn't one of the front or the back ones, which is good, but sometimes locks just kind of dictate that stuff to you, right? You don't. It's not a normal practice, but it's kind of hurt in the scheme of things. No, one pin, right? I wouldn't do that to 2 or 3 or 4 or none. Leave it with nothing, so that there is right discrepancy. But there's sometimes that people don't want to buy a whole brand new lock just because one thing, when you know it can be fixed and still just as safe, right? But there's some locksmiths out there, that's kind of their rule. Hey, when something goes wrong or whatever, I'm not here to fix. I'm here to get in and out, and replacing is how I'm going to get in and out. So you just never know. You just never know. It's getting hot out here, boy. In the old desert, it was 109 yesterday. The desert has heated up. All right, so I don't remember if it was a real deep cut or not. I don't remember, and I tend to like to keep the deeper cuts just for obvious reasons. I try not to make things too shallow, but the deeper cut because if you don't keep the deeper cut in there right, you can still turn the lock, but pull the key right out, so it doesn't retain. And you definitely don't want that either. So that to me is heavy. That's fine there. Fine there. Fine there. Fine there. Let me try that first one again. First one, tiny heavy. Let me find out why. Tiny bit heavy. And I know we all use different verbiage and stuff, but when I say a lock is kind of heavy, when I say the key is kind of heavy, what does that mean to you? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say, oh, this key's a little heavy? What's that mean, and why? Why is it heavy? So I guess if you don't know why I'm calling it heavy, then you probably won't know why it's heavy, but don't know if you guys ever use that term. And you say a pin is dragging. What's that mean? I know it's kind of hard to type in there, but how would I fix it? What do you think the issue is? What would be the fix? If a pin is dragging, what would be the fix? Top pin, bottom pin, what would be the fix? I call it tighter, the pin is shallow. Call it clicky. So to me in my brain, when I feel something is clicky, to me I think that is a bottom pin being too small, meaning the top pin is kind of passing the shear line going into the plug, and that's where that click is coming from. And to me, when I say heavy, I think it's a bottom pin that's too large, that when you turn it, it's hitting the walls all the way around the housing. It makes sense? And I don't know if that's really what's going on, but in my brain, in my world, that's what I see, that's what I fix, and it's always worked for me. So here, I'm going to show you, for those of you who are not locksmiths, right? This is a typical Defiant lock right here, right? You get these everywhere. Home Depot, Walmart, everywhere. You get them from everywhere. Undersized, oversized, right? I think, I think oversized, too big, it's going to push up against the housing walls. I think if it's too small, like I said, that top pin is going to pass that shear line ever so slightly, and that's where that click is coming from. It's that point of, or it's that top pin barely crossing over, type of thing. But let me show you on this. I've had people ask me about these. You know what? I actually need to make a video on this. That's what I need to do real quick. I need to make a video on this lock right here. I can't do it while I'm on here. Give me, I don't think I can pause you at all here. Hang on a second. I don't think I can pause you guys while I go over to the other app. If so, if you want to hang out, you guys want to hang out for a few, or do you want me to shut it off and come back in a minute? Well, I only got one lock anyway. So, you know what? I only got one lock anyway. So I'll be back a little bit later. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I love that the new group is forming here. Got a couple of you uh, that are coming in and out constantly, which I really like. There's more force. There's more force if the bottom is too long because you can't compress the key, right? If the top pin is too long, just spring pressure. Correct. I agree with that. I agree with that. Okay, I gotta go. Let me go make this video real quick. I got people on talking about these doorknobs. How the heck do you get into them? I can't get into them until you see that. What is that? What is that? Go watch the video. See ya.